a 30-foot giant suddenly appeared in the forest. Amazingly, this legendary creature actually existed. The giant sniffed the human scent, finding it more appealing than mountain lambs. When his companion was about to be devoured, a brave knight drew his sword and stabbed the giant's heel. The giant kicked back in pain, sending the knight flying into rocks where he lost consciousness. The giant pulled the sword from his foot and carried away the unconscious knight. A boy hiding in water held his breath in fear. Only when the giant walked far enough did he cautiously emerge and follow. Seeing the magical world hidden above the clouds completely changed the boy's worldview. 3 days earlier, Jack had taken a cart to town to sell goods for his uncle. At the city gate, a bald monk pulled him aside and offered magic beans for his white horse. Having loved beanstalk stories since childhood, Jack happily agreed. When Jack returned with the beans, his uncle predictably scolded him harshly. While picking up scattered beans, Jack missed one that fell through floorboards into the soil. That night, heavy rain fell and a beautiful young woman knocked on their door seeking shelter. She was a princess who had fled rather than marry the royal minister. Jack recognized her from a glimpse he'd once caught in town. Just then, the bean touched rainwater and grew into thick vines that lifted the entire cabin skyward. Jack couldn't save the princess before slipping and falling to the ground. The next day, a soldier woke Jack to find the king personally leading guards in search of his daughter. When questioned, Jack could only point to the massive beanstalk. After hearing the story, Jack led the knights up the climb. Surprisingly, they discovered a vast land hidden above the clouds. While searching for the princess, a giant appeared, knocked several men unconscious and carried them away. Jack secretly followed to an enormous cave where the princess was already caged. While giants argued over who would eat first, the minister unexpectedly entered. Seeing him, the giants immediately knelt down. The minister wore a giant's crown. 200 years ago, monks had grown beanstalks hoping to reach heaven, but instead found a land of fierce giants. These giants climbed down and began feasting on humans. To end this threat, the monks forged a crown from a giant's heart that could control the giants, forcing them back to the sky where they became mere legend. The princess thought she was saved when seeing the minister's triumphant look. Instead, he ordered the giants to attack the human world the next day to seize the throne. The princess would be their dinner before the invasion began.